Well, growing up, I was definitely raised in a good, solid Catholic household, going to Mass every Sunday. My mom and my dad were very encouraging for my two sisters and I to get involved in our faith. And so growing up, I did a lot of lecturing and being a Eucharistic minister, going to Catholic youth camp, being a counselor at Catholic youth camp. Once I got to Dowling, going on retreats, helping to lead retreats like Kairos. So growing up, I knew that being Catholic was important and a good thing, but I couldn't really articulate why. And I thought that being a good Catholic meant doing things. So when I got to the University of St. Thomas, I actually went to that school because I wanted to be on their dance team, and I auditioned and made it. And I thought that that was going to be the main source of my happiness throughout my whole 4 years in college.
Was the dance team?
Yeah, and I wanted that to be my identity. You know, like I'm on the dance team. I'm Sarah the dancer. This is it. But I actually really struggled to make friends with girls on the team because it was very competitive, and I was from out of state, so I didn't really know anybody. And so I made a vow, like to myself, that I would do whatever it took to make friends in college. And learning from society, you know, that means diving into the stereotypical college lifestyle. That's how you make friends in college. So in my mind, I didn't think I could have Jesus and have fun at the same time. So I kind of pushed Jesus to the side and did my own thing. And so for, you know, pretty much my whole time in college was just living the stereotypical college lifestyle of partying and drinking and messing around with guys. And I knew I was doing things that weren't making me happy, and I felt very empty doing these things, but I just didn't know, you know, I just like wasn't ready to like give that up in order to like put Jesus back in my life. And I also had placed my identity in what other people thought of me, and I really wanted, you know, the approval of others, and I wanted to be accepted by others. So I got into all of these things, that were leaving me empty and very unhappy. So I definitely fell away from my faith when I was in college. And since all of the people that I wanted to be friends with were partying and living the stereotypical college lifestyle, I consciously made a decision to choose that and to push Jesus to the side. And living that lifestyle, you know, those bad decisions led to like other bad decisions. And I mean, there's definitely a period of time where I stopped going to Mass every Sunday because I was too hungover to go on Sunday morning. I would say that when I joined Focus, I learned more about the person of Christ, and I learned about the importance of having a personal relationship with Him and choosing to put Him at the center of my life and basically surrender everything to Him, to find my identity in Him instead of what other people thought of me. I think that really helped me like get back on track, and I was surrounded by people who were on fire. When I was in college, I hung out with people who didn't care about the Lord, who didn't care about faith, who didn't, you know, really practice anything. And so having that community really helped me want to get back into my faith, and I learned how to pray. So learning more about adoration and being able to go to Mass every day and realizing, you know, why the Eucharist is so important and why, you know, trying to receive the Eucharist every day is so good for us and like what we're made for. That definitely helped bring me back to the faith as well, and just experiencing God's love and His mercy. I just remember within the first week being in the chapel and like saying a prayer to the Lord and asking Him, you know, like I know you called me to be here, so I'm just inviting you to like come into my heart and make me be the missionary that you want me to be. I'm giving everything to you. And that's like when I really made that conscious decision to surrender my life to Christ and be intentional about developing a personal relationship with Him. And that summer, like complete 180, you know, I no longer like struggled finding my identity in other people's opinions. Like, I found my identity in Jesus, and I kind of put away the drinking and the partying, and like learned about sobriety and like why that's important, and learning about modesty and dress and behavior. And you can ask my family. I think when I came back, they were like, "Are you okay? Like, what happened to you these past 5 weeks?" And I just had a radical encounter with Christ and like gave my life to him.